We start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video when the price was within this move, we mentioned about the different options, how we can look for buy. Anyway, the only way to look for buy either from here, this flag, or having entry above the stop. Anyway, we should be in this trade, and whoever get the trade, they should start to manage, because we mentioned if we get any trade, the first target we're looking for is 30.8. That's why we mentioned if the price tag 30.8, as we can see, almost broke, this is where we must start to manage, at least move our stop loss to break even. Anyway, we want to see what's the next, and still we can look for continuation, but the only thing is, if we want to look for trade, we see we are at the top of this correction. All right, this flat, the bigger picture, and we have been looking for buy since the price was within this. That means this is what we get if anyone is following us since the price was within this move. All right, and whoever get the trade within this one, they have to book some profits if they want to keep there for long term, because we want to see whether the price can break the previous top or not. That's why still we can look for buy even based on the flag, but any buy is a short term. The only things we need to highlight, we're buying at the top of this flat. Mostly if we want to look for buy, we should buy at the lowest price. We have been looking for buy since the price was within this move, and this is what we get. Okay, buying at the top in case the bigger picture turns to a bigger correction as a flat for one more drop is not really a good idea. That's why I mentioned any buying at the top of this flat we consider as a short-term buy, but right now we don't have any trade set up unless anyone trade this one based on lower time frame. And the only update is we start to book the profit if traders they want to keep the trade, if they haven't taken the trade in the profit. Now we want to see what's the next. If we refer to the indicators, we don't see the divergence. Here we see the divergence. Each of them, they're giving us a different information. First, we move to daily chart. We want to see what we have based on daily chart. We have been looking for the reversal, and this is what we get. We want to see whether this is the start of the reversal or not. Anyway, we don't have anything to discuss based on daily chart. And if we move to forward chart, the only thing is if we want to look for continuation, the first things we want to see the breakout of the previous stop. And the second things we have to get the correction for next trade. All right. Anyway, still we can look for buy, but the only thing is we need to know about this bigger picture. Technically, we have the sharp move and we have the flat. If it gives us one more drop in terms of the risk and reward, it can give us a really good trade setup. That means if we get any sell setup, we can look for. All right, similar to what we get here, because since the price was within this move, we mentioned we're looking for buy in terms of the risk and reward, and this is what we get. Okay, the only thing is since we have a divergence and most of the charts they have a similar movement, and this down move is because of the Bitcoin news. Maybe this is the start of the up move, and we cannot confirm with this flat. But what I want to highlight here is this. If we're looking for the reversal for, if we're looking for buy, we need to know about the bigger picture. If we get any trade set up, the first thing is we need to see the confirmation with the breakout of the previous stop. And second, we want to see the continuation as a sharp move. If it turns to, if the price to start to correct at the top, mostly we should know about the next option. The second possibility for the price to drop. Either retest the previous low or turn to a deeper correction. Now we want to see how we can look for trade. If I move to 1 hour chart, as I mentioned, the only way to look for trade if you want to look for buy, if we trade based on the flag. But any trade from now, as long as the price haven't broke this top, the previous top, we consider as a short-term buy. What I mean by short-term, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage it. But right now, the only update is whoever get the trade within this move, they start to book profit. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or trade setup, I will share. Thanks.